Hey everyone, I just figured I'd come and give you yet another update. We have seen a few different places. So I went to, the first one we saw, the one bedroom cottage was literally smaller than this room that I'm in. And they wanted an extraordinary amount of money. And that was not going to happen. Cute, but we'd have to pay for a rather large storage unit. And our stuff just wasn't going to fit in it. There's no way, you know what I mean? So that gave me I hope everyone's doing well. I'm not really saying hi. I hope you're doing good. I miss you. I miss it. I really want to paint. Anyway, so that place was out of the question. But what we discovered in that was that we probably were going to have to store something or get to a place and really downsize, because during this chaotic packing experience and this crazy high stressful stuff going on, downsizing right now is not. I just got to get it all packed and gone, and I'm almost all the way there. I've been sick I had a cold for a couple of days and I thought it went away, and then boom, it came back with a passion. And I was mad. So last week I took it pretty easy. This is a new week. I still got a little bit of a cold, but it's going away. And anyway, so since then, I had my daughter look at a place in Vermont, and that's a really great idea. The price point was right on it. The problem with it is, I gotta answer. Right, baby Kate's called, and I had to answer. So seeing that first place and seeing all the different listings, and then the one with the Vermont one is actually pretty sweet. But like I said, what I was getting to is that Wayne has been in the same industry for 35 years. You know what I'm saying? He makes okay money. The only reason why he doesn't make great money is because he won't do management. He's like, I'm never going to do management again. So, okay. So he's just super highly skilled and super, people want him at their counter in the plumbing and heating industries. He doesn't even have to look a part up. He knows exactly what it is, what they need, and where it's going, and how to get it for them. So he's got a pretty sweet thing right now. He's been with the company for over 10 years. He did have a brief sabbatical from them for some weird stuff, but that's all over. And so the idea is we need to keep him at the same price point as far as what he earns. And since our housing costs are going to double, that's exactly how it's actually going to be more than double, because you're talking utilities. Nobody includes anything, and I get it. I wouldn't include anything either if I was a landlord. So at least I don't think so. Depends. If I had an apartment building, then I might. So the move to Vermont it's still open. The problem is, will he get paid what he gets paid now? And can he work a deal with somebody to say, hey, give me the first 90 days to see what, and you pay me what you want to pay me the first 90 days, and then you bring me to this point. It's just really difficult to make that, thing. And as you know, I'm minimal work out of the house kind of person. I prefer to be a housewife. I prefer to paint. I prefer to work on the real life. For instance, if I worked, this house would still be unpacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing would have gotten done. Nothing. Because I don't do both. I don't housewife and run my own business and go to a job. I just don't. It's just not me. Anyway, so in the process of this, I've discovered that no matter what, we're probably going to need some sort of storage or a major downsizing, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I can sell stuff. I can donate stuff. All that's good. So since then, I'm like, we really need to look at places here then, because I was finding nothing. And his coworker, just for some reason, her algorithms, I guess, are better. She was able to discover a lot of listings on Facebook Marketplace that I could not find. I had not ever seen. And everyone's going crazy because they don't want him to leave. And, you know, he told them 2 weeks ago, it looks like we're moving to Vermont. And the move to Vermont would mean I would have to have a full-time out-of-the-house job at probably bare minimum wage. And even though I can do so much and I have a lot of experience and I can get raises quickly, you know, and thankfully I'm able to deal with getting paid a lot less than what I deserve in the beginning, knowing that I'm going to show. I'm a really hard worker. And so is he. He's so a hard worker. He won't call out sick. It doesn't matter if he's dying. It's like 11 hours, 12 hours a day. He just does not. He's amazing. Okay? Now, when you think of it that way, he's hourly. So would somebody in Vermont pay him that overtime? Because he makes 15 to 20 hours overtime a week. That's a lot of overtime. So, you know, so that all comes into effect. So the person at his job had amazing skills on Facebook, pulling stuff up on Marketplace, and I went to go see one other place. It was a 3-bedroom in an old farm on 42 acres, but in a really bad neighborhood. Like, probably one of the worst neighborhoods in southern Maine. And but I said it doesn't matter because, like, when you drive through the neighborhood, it doesn't look like a bad neighborhood at all. You know what I mean? It looks like normal people live there. And I like having a diverse neighborhood. I don't want everyone to be super high end, and I don't want everyone to be totally shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that can be really. So, but it had 10 units in this building, and the advertisement was that they had really good tenants, and they wanted one more really good tenant, and they had a 3-bedroom apartment. Way too expensive for what it was. It should not be a 3-bedroom. They put up like a temporary wall or like a fake wall in between something that was a larger space that should have been kept that way because you can't even fit a bed in one of the bedrooms. But the problem wasn't necessarily with the apartment. I could have worked with that because I could have made the 1-bedroom that was small, that didn't have a beam in it because it was an old barn. That could have been the art room, and then the other bedroom could have been storage, and then we'd have ours downstairs, and that would have been great. But way too much money. But the thing was, 2 preteen or just teen girls come out of the apartment next door. Now I'm seeing it's also 2nd floor, and I'm not really down with that. But hey, as long as no one lives above me, I'm fine because I'm tired of that. Our front landing is shared by this door, so we go up to our house sharing a landing with someone else, and I didn't like that. And these 2 girls came out, and they were they had their t-shirts rolled up and tucked under their sports bra, and their bellies hanging out, and I was like, oh gosh. And I'm just sitting in the car waiting for my appointment time, and they all of a sudden got kind of nervous about me because they're looking over at this dark sedan with a 50-some-odd-year-old woman in it, and I'm taking pictures of the stairwell looking at the house to show Wayne. And they went to the house and they started going to the windows and taking pictures of me, and I'm laughing, taking pictures back. It was pretty funny. And so I go in. The woman was like, well, I text her because I saw her first appointment at 11 was done at 11:05. And I'm like, hey, I'm here. So do you want me to come right up, or do you need to, adjust? Because that was a fast appointment because I saw them go up the stairs. It was quick. Like they were in and out. I don't think they were interested. Not for the price. Not for the price. 800 square feet for $1,600 is way too much money, especially in that neighborhood. And I was slowly discovering this. And I go up, she's like, oh my God, yes. So she was like so excited with me, and I was probably her favorite person that ever came to see that apartment. And, the decision was pretty much already made because I'm not sharing a landing with some weird 13-year-old girls. I'm not doing that. And I could only imagine what else is going to happen. So, the landlord also said, oh, you could make fire pit out bags, big old yard for the whole building. You garden, whatever you want. And I'm like, chickens? She's like, why not? And I'm like, well, I'm America, but it's a shared yard, you know? And I go to leave. And I've lived in a lot of different places, and I've been a bartender. I've been involved with weird shit in my past. And I also lived in Florida in an apartment building, and it was interesting. That was the last time I ever wanted to live in an apartment building. I said, this is it. I mean, it was insane. And I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But as I'm leaving, this Jeep pulls up, and this pregnant woman gets out of the car. And I'm not here to disparage anybody that abuses drugs. I understand it is a lot harder to stop doing that than a lot of people think, especially with the type of drugs I think this person was on. When you have a normal-sized person and their hands are really big, it's usually heroin, in my experience. So she comes up, she's walking, she's like, oh, did you rent the apartment? And I'm like, no, I just looked at it. And she's like, did you see my package? I got a package delivered and I can't find it. I'm like, okay. No, I haven't seen it. So, and she's pregnant, and she's goes off to walk up and down all the other stairwells looking for some package. That's not at all a place I want to live. So I felt bad. I felt bad for the lady because I didn't even apply for it. Like, why would I? You couldn't. I wouldn't pay more than $600 a month because of the amount of security I'd have to have. You know, I'd have to have deadbolts on my doors, and yeah, no, I can't do that. So, okay, so we move on from that, and one of the other listings that was found that was sent to me, I liked a lot, and it was in New Hampshire. So I judged the ride. So can Wayne keep his job? And I like New Hampshire because I like to live free or die, and and I feel it's probably one of the more conservative New England states, and I prefer to be around more conservative kind of situation. So we go and look at it yesterday. I fell madly in love with this little place. There's a couple problems, but that will keep the rent where it is. And there's nothing I can't handle. It is in a small town, like 1,800 people maybe. I dig that. I haven't yet been to the actual town center, which I will go. I could find a job very local and do a nice part-time job or whatever to supplement, because it's going to be a lot more money than what Wayne is used to spending, even though he can totally afford it. But I will definitely need to cut it down. It is a 2-bedroom. It's super small, but it's really cute. And it has a yard and a fire pit, and I can garden, and I think that's great. So, cross your fingers for that. The problem I'm going to have here when it comes to a studio and a place to paint, I'm afraid that the smaller bedroom in the back by the bathroom will have to be our closet and partial storage unit. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a studio out of it. And that's disturbing. And so I'm a little like, I want the place. I want them to say, you got it. You want to do it? Yeah, let's do it. I want it. I want where this family can't even find us, because they wouldn't be able to find us. No one would ever stumble upon us. But the art space would be tough. So I'm sure I could figure something out, but I might have to do painting in the kitchen and just be really, really careful about how big of the art I do is. Keep everything in that big cat litter that I got, so that I can just move that and put it underneath the bed or something like that, and just, have like maybe one of the cabinets with my art supplies in it, and do it that way. So this way we can keep going, because I want to keep going. Also, I have no idea how this happened, but my Etsy account got suspended. I didn't realize that I was out of money in there. I'm glad that my bank didn't overcharge me, because it's like $5 a month. It's like $2.50 twice a month that they charge me. I thought I had more in there, and I only use it for that. So I got somebody put in there, so I'll get that back up. But yeah, it's gonna be a tight squeeze, and I'm totally cool with making that back bedroom a beautiful walk-in closet for our clothes. Absolutely no problem with that, none. So I'm not upset about that. I'm actually okay with that. I just got to really get inventive about where am I going to paint and how am I going to do it without being the entire house, is my studio. You know what I'm saying? Because that apartment, well, it's a house, 2-bedroom house with 1 bath. It's pretty cool. Eating kitchen with a bar that you would get like bar stools and eat at the counter. Microwave, gas stove, fridge. We're gonna bring a freezer and an extra fridge. We always have an extra fridge for bottled water and our booze or drinks or whatever we have, and backup freezer and that because I make broth. I mean, save stuff. So that'll go probably in the entryway. There's 2 different plugs there, and it's got a little mudroom coming in, and that'll be perfect. You keep it out because there's no way it's gonna fit in the rest of the place. And yeah, I think that'll be fine. Get a mud mat for our shoes and take the shoes off when we come in, or put our garbages down there or whatever, like however we got to do it. I don't think garbage is probably a good idea for an entryway. Probably a bad idea. Maybe I'll ask Gloria if I can have her outdoor garbage container that she doesn't use because she's afraid of having her garbage outside, so I can put garbage out there. But anyway, I just want to let you know that's what's going on, and I miss you guys. I miss you, Wick, and as soon as possible. If we get accepted with this, it's a May 1st move-in, and I will give myself until the 5th to get completely there. Yeah, unless I can get all this moved out at once. I'm probably going to do a pod so that the box can stay at the place for a month while I get it completely undone. I'll have the boys do all the heavy work, and then I'll go in and get the rest of it out. So, fingers crossed, guys. This could be good. And if it's a decent landlord, it may be worth doing some sort of outdoor thing. I don't know. We'll have to see. But anyway, I love you all so much. And I'm okay with downsizing. I'm okay with that. As long as I get to paint tins, at the very least. Let's just keep painting tins then until something breaks open. Because we're definitely going to need more space than that down the road. But for now, I think it'll be pretty cool. I think it'll be great. So, keep your fingers crossed. It's a cute little 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Decent little living room, hardwood floors. I love them. They're not in perfect shape, but I don't give a shit. The place felt warm, which was good. Gas stove, that's amazing. We would have to buy a stackable, but that's okay. We got that. And I think the idea of the kitty litter thing, so I don't get paint everywhere, I think that'll work. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you're doing good. I hope that you're praying, and I hope that you're keeping your head up high. Okay? And I love you. And thank you so much. Be blessed and highly favored. Bye-bye.